Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Today's video is as per request of my awesome and beautiful subscriber and YouTuber, Paola Bianka. She's new on YouTube and makes videos on perfumes, so please check out her channel and show her some love. This video is about how to go about starting a niche perfume collection. So I'll first talk about my experience and how I got into niche fragrances. I will also share some tips and show you some perfumes from my collection that I think could be a starting point. And I think this might be a long video, so please get yourself something to drink before we get started. So what is really a niche perfume? So my understanding is that, and I'm no way an expert or hold the last word on this, but it's just my experience and opinion. I think niche perfumes are those that are made by companies that specialize in perfume making. And the only product they make and sell are perfumes, maybe also bath and body products or candles. Some designers also have their private or exclusive lines that are considered niche perfumes. And niche perfumes are considered to be more exclusive, they're not easily available, and also tend to be quite pricey, adding to their exclusivity and the luxury vibe. So the first time I entered a niche house, I wasn't even aware of this terminology. For me, it was all just perfume, EDP, EDT, pure parfum and all that. But I have always loved perfumes and I'm always looking for different kinds. And so I walked into this boutique and it was a really avant-garde kind of a perfume house. They had perfumes that smelled like kerosene, tar, blood and really weird stuff. So after that, for a long time, I stayed away from lesser known brands or indie brands, and I stayed well within the walls of a mall to do my perfume shopping. But then I used to travel a lot, and airport duty-free shops are the best places to discover perfumes. And that's where I came across perfumes from Roger Dove, Annick Goutal, Penhaligon's, Creed, and also the exclusive lines from designers like Cartier, Armani, Van Cleef & Arpels, and quite a few Middle Eastern perfumes. And I ended up discovering completely another world of perfume, like a perfume paradise. Niche fragrances usually are really very well made. They use fine ingredients and are very refined, well blended. They may not necessarily be unique smelling, but are definitely finer version of more affordable dupes. So now let's move on to recommendations, and along with these recommendations, I will also share some tips. First up are Solinotes. This is a French niche fragrance house. Their fragrances are quite good and very affordable. These cost about $20 and are available at Target and can also be purchased for as low as $10, $12. And they're very good for the price and smell pretty much the same as the name of the fragrance. I have done a detailed review of a couple of these fragrances on my channel, which I will link below. Another affordable one to try is Lush. Quite a few of their fragrances are really nice, and my personal favorite is Lust, which is a really intense animalic jasmine fragrance. A good way to start is also to get discovery sets or mini sizes of perfumes. Histoire de Parfum is a really good house. They have some really lovely fragrances. One of my favorites is 1804. This is a beautiful ambery, sandalwoody floral. The main notes are pineapple, jasmine and gardenia, but it's really very modern smelling. Ombre 114 is also very nice. It's a little bit like Tom Ford's Black Orchid. It's spicy, sweet, a lot of vanilla and tonka bean, and quite beautiful. I also like Noir Patchouli quite a bit. It's a spicy, woody, sweet chypre fragrance. 1969 is a spicy, chocolatey, sweet gourmand fragrance. Now this set contains only 2 feminine fragrances and 3 masculine, and the rest are all unisex. So it does give you a fair idea of the brand and the kind of fragrances they have. So that's one good option to try. Another house to try is L'Artisan Parfumeur. I have them in the mini sizes. I just bought these to test out the house and the fragrances. My favorite is La Chasse aux Papillons. It's a beautiful jasmine and orange blossom fragrance. Timbuktu is fairly unique. It has green mango, incense and vetiver, and quite nice, and it's very popular as well. Personally, for me, a 2 ml size vial or minis don't really work for me in terms of testing a fragrance. I mean, I can definitely know whether I like the fragrance or not, but it doesn't really give me a feel in terms of longevity, projection, or sillage. So I prefer discovery or wardrobe sets, like this one from Maison Cookson. I had tried a few fragrances from this house and I knew I liked them enough to try and get the fragrance wardrobe for her. I really liked A La Rose and Amoureuse. I got the full size of A La Rose, and I also got this travel spray set for Amoureuse because getting 2 full-size bottles of this house are really expensive, so I opted for the travel spray, and together it makes about 40 ml, which is a pretty good amount for me because I have so many I hardly go through all my fragrances. This is a really beautiful rose fragrance, and I'm very picky about my rose fragrances, and I really like this one. Amoureuse is a beautiful citrusy woody floral and is quite unique, and one of the first fragrances of this house that I really liked. And some other fragrances from this house are also really popular, like Baccarat Rouge. Aqua Universalis is also pretty popular. Then I had one which was Oud Silk Mood, which is a really nice woody, dry, dusty, incensey, spicy rose. The few fragrances that you find missing are the ones I sold, but that's for another video for another time. But it is a really good house to try out. The fragrances are very beautiful, very well blended, not necessarily unique, but very well done. Parfums de Marly also have a travel spray set that you could try. I love these because they're a decent size to really get a feel of the fragrance, and this house is very popular. Everyone's been raving about them. I have yet to try these and I will review them in coming months. And travel sprays are usually 10 ml in size, and it gives you the option to really spray liberally and get a sense of the fragrance, so I definitely recommend trying these out. You can also get individual travel sprays, and I think they're a great option to try a fragrance without committing to the whole bottle. They are way more affordable and work out really well for me personally,
Cologne is another
because
really
I have so
great
many
house to
perfumes
try.
that it's hard for me to go through larger bottles, and most of the time I am over the fragrance by the time I'm done with the travel spray. And if I'm not, then I'll get the big size, and that way I'll have the big one and the travel size, which is really convenient. I really liked their Cafe Tuberosa, which is a sweet, boozy, smoky coffee fragrance, and it's really great for winter. Another one I really like is Pacific Lime. It's a beautiful, cooling, citrusy fragrance that's been great for summer. I have really enjoyed this in the summer. Love Osmanthus is a recent purchase, and I'm still trying it out, and I will review it soon. Another house to try is the Replica line of Maison Dior. Some of the fragrances are again very nice and very popular. Springtime in a Park is a really great fragrance if you like Lily of the Valley. I have done a detailed review of this fragrance, which I will link below. By the Fireplace from this house is another really popular fragrance, and it's amazing for cold weather. It smells like sweet burning wood. So please check these out. Travel sprays are great because not only that they are affordable, but they're also practical, because some fragrances, even though they're really beautiful, are not really everyday fragrances. Like this one here from Frederick Mall, it's called Promise. This is a really intense, ambery, woody, rosy, oudi fragrance. Although oud is not mentioned in the notes, but I think there is some oud here. And you need only a couple of sprays and it lasts all day. So I think this will last me a really long time, and I don't really need a full bottle for a long time to come. So start with travel sprays if that option is available. Now, some designers also have their private or exclusive collections, like Armani Privé. Both of these are really nice fragrances. They're light, floral. This is a more fruity floral, a bit tart and quite pleasant. Nothing complex going on, great for everyday wear. And this is also a beautiful powdery green rose fragrance, another one that I have done a detailed review of. So please feel free to check it out. Another one to try is Tom Ford's Private Blends. Some of the fragrances are really awesome, although they're a bit pricey. I like Cafe Rose, Noir de Noir, Soleil Blanc, Plum Japonais, Champaka Absolute, and I have Jasmin Rouge here. This is a really beautiful jasmine fragrance. It has spices, vanilla, amber, and smells really woody and sensual. And most of these are also available in travel sizes, so a good way to start again. Dior also have their exclusive collection. There is Maison Dior, which I currently don't own any of, but the fragrances are absolutely gorgeous. This line is a bit more comparable in pricing to designer fragrances, and their fragrances are quite nice, although they do smell a bit vintage and some people may find them old-fashioned, but I think they are timeless and classy, and I have talked about these in my other videos as well. Both of these are cheap fragrances. This is way more green and woody and mossy, and this one is just absolutely amazing. This is one of my favorites. As you can see, I have used it quite a bit. It's just really very sensual and one of my favorites. Another popular house is Serge Lutens. I have bought them only recently, and all of these were blind buys, and I'm quite happy with them, though I have not worn them a lot yet because I think they are more appropriate for cooler weather. Santal Majuscule is a very natural smelling sandalwood fragrance, and it's really beautiful. La Fille de Perlin is a very lovely incensey rose. Féminité du Bois is a very intense, sweet, slightly boozy, woody fragrance, and these are just my first impressions, guys. I have yet to try them out, like I said, and I will do a detailed review of them after I've worn them a bit. Another great house is Jo Malone. They have really amazing fragrances. They're very natural, simple, yet very sophisticated. Sometimes they also do limited edition fragrances, which are also really nice. And Jo Malone fragrances are not really known for their longevity or sillage, but some of them do perform quite well. Some of my favorites are Red Roses and Orange Blossom. They're really beautiful and natural smelling florals. This one smells just like fresh roses, and this one is like fresh orange blossom. Very natural and really beautiful. Wisteria and Lavender is another really unique fragrance in my collection. This was a limited edition, so it's no longer available. But I have seen the Silver Birch and Lavender still being available. I don't know what it smells like, but it sounds really good. This was a blind purchase and I'm really happy with it. It's a very different, slightly pungent, dusty sort of a fragrance, and I really like it. And some of their limited edition bottles are really pretty, like this one has this tinge of purple and this really pretty caps. Wood Sage and Sea Salt is another really unique and beautiful fragrance. It's salty, aquatic, earthy fragrance. I have talked about this as well in my 5 beach fragrances video, I think. English Oak and Hazelnut is really a sweet, nutty, slightly bitter, woody fragrance. I have reviewed this as well earlier on, which I will link below. And it's really great for fall, and I'm looking forward to wearing it in the next few weeks. Another really popular house to try is, of course, Guerlain, especially their Aqua Allegoria collection. They have quite a variety to choose from. They have citruses, florals, fruity florals, green fragrances, and they're fairly simple as well. Very easy wearing and more suitable for summer and spring months. I have quite a collection of them, so I won't go into details, but they're definitely worth checking out. This is another one of Guerlain's collection. This is from the La Rella Matière line. They have a few vanilla and floral fragrances. This is Joyous Tuberose. It's really very pretty, and I have talked about it earlier as well. It lasts a long time. It's a beautiful lily and tuberose fragrance and very classy and elegant. I absolutely love it. I do recommend checking out this line. It is a bit pricey, but absolutely worth the money. Another really nice house to check out is Frederick Mall. They do some really amazing fragrances. This Carnal Flower is just absolutely spectacular. It smells like really green, natural tuberose, and I really love it. Lasts very long, and actually I have 2 fragrances from this house and I'm happy with both of them, and I definitely want to check out more from this house, and I definitely recommend checking out this house. Their fragrances are really pricey, which is why travel sprays are the best way to go. So those were some of my recommendations from my collection, guys. Apart from this, I would just encourage get samples, try to get as many samples as you can. I prefer to get them for free as much as possible. I go to Sephora, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, Saks, Bloomingdale's. You can also get samples from Lucky Scents and similar such sites. A lot of these places now carry niche fragrances. Even Macy's carries them, but they're available only online. And I usually buy them when there's a sale going on. Macy's has a friends and family sale a few times a year where they give 15% off their perfumes. FragranceNet.com is a great place to buy. Serge Lutens is available on that site. And many other niche fragrances are also available. But just check the prices, because sometimes, although it's there on FragranceNet.com, it may not be the best price that you get. You can also get these on Mercari or eBay, but just please buy from reputed sellers. And again, not all niche fragrances are super expensive. Some are very affordable, as I have shown, and some are priced quite similar to designer fragrances. Another way that I've noticed people are trying out niche fragrances is buying dupes. There is a company called Be Layered, and I know there are a few others like that make designer or niche inspired fragrances. First Kiss is a fragrance from Be Layered, which is a dupe for Parfum de Marly de Lina. So you can get that one to try it out. So that's an option for you to try as well. Diptyque offers a sample size of the same perfume when you purchase one. So you can try before opening the bottle, and you don't have to return an open bottle in case you don't like the fragrance. And I think it's a really awesome and a safe way to buy. And honestly, sometimes designer fragrances are just as good as niche fragrances if you consider the price. For example, I have Rush from Gucci here, and I have Clive Christian's Ex Feminine. Both are very similar, and of course, the Clive Christian fragrance is much better in quality, it's much better blended, but Rush is still pretty good. And I will definitely not be buying a full bottle of this fragrance, and will stick to Rush and put that money elsewhere, because they are quite similar. So that is something for you to consider as well, you know. And I know I'm supposed to be recommending niche fragrances, but you know, you have to be practical when you're making these decisions. So I just thought I'd share it with you. So those were my recommendation, guys. I hope this was helpful, and let me know in the comments below if there are any other niche fragrances that you would recommend. I would love to try them out. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified each time I upload videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.